how's it going? Frankly, I'm surprised. The majority of the reviews that I saw for the Hawkeye show were pretty bad. Granted, there are some points to these reviews that I do agree with, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I love this show. It's great. First off, spoiler warning, but you knew that already. If you like the character Hawkeye, and you also like Florence Pugh's Yelena, Black Widow's sister, I urge you to watch this show. It's great. Most importantly, if you like this slop that I spout daily, like the video so more people can see it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna say some stuff that this show does wrong, in my opinion. The elephant in the room being, just like most Marvel projects, this show lacks comic book accuracy. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk they did it again? Who would have thunk? There's a villain in the comics named Swordsman. In this show, not only is he not a villain, but also does not look at all like his comic book counterpart. In this show, he is just a dude who likes swords, and that's it. In the comics, Hawkeye has a dog named Lucky the dog. A dog who he saved, gained trust. The dog in turn saves him, and in the process, the dog loses an eye. So it's a double bond. In the show, the dog already has the missing eye, is not saved by Hawkeye, and is not Hawkeye's dog. There's also another comic book villain named Bombshell, who is disgraced, dare I say. In this show, Bombshell is a person, a regular, average person who likes LARPing and has a bag that says Bombshell on it. And that's it. Their comic book counterpart's mom was experimented on before they were born and was given the power to create explosions on command. During that time, she was pregnant, gives birth to Bombshell, who inherits her powers. So that's what her powers are. In the Hawkeye show, does not have powers. She likes LARPing, and the name comes from a sexual innuendo.
My wife gave me this bag. It's embroidered. It says Bombshell.
Okay, there's probably some more that I'm forgetting right now. There is a dude and another girl who have a lot of screen time, so there are probably some comic book characters that I just don't know about. But anyway, now that's just segueing into the next complaint from me. So many characters that they're trying to make me care about that I just don't. Legit. This ended up being the Kate Bishop show, right? But for me, the only thing this did right was solidify the fact that I have a celebrity crush on Haley Steinfeld. But that's just my problem. I don't care about Kate Bishop. But anyway, Hawkeye and Kate Bishop team up to take out a gangster mob group that goes by the name of Tracksuit Mafia. Lo and behold, they wear tracksuits. How interesting. They're led by a girl named Maya and some other dude who have so much screen time. They make me, they're trying so hard to make me care about this person. And you know that because she's a deaf person. She has a missing leg, and turns out she's better at everything than everyone else, like fighting. Apparently, she's better at fighting than even Hawkeye. I'm not saying that's bad in any way. I'm just saying this character is mega uninteresting to me. So they failed. They failed at making me care about these people. They failed. Some of the dialogue was a bit iffy. I mentioned how much I love Hawkeye. Dare I say this show may have made him my favorite Avenger. Perhaps. Maybe I'm reaching. But yeah. However, the dialogue, it gets quite iffy. Pretty bad sometimes. On some occasions, it's terrible. As a matter of fact, they did the disrespecting the comic books thing that they do all the time, where they bring up the fact that the character from the comic books isn't wearing the comic book accurate suit that they wear. And they're like, oh, that's not my color. I would never wear that. Oh, that looks so goofy and stupid. Okay, great. You're not adapting the comic books correctly. And then you call it stupid. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Picture this in purple.
Oh, wow. What's that on his head?
It's your head. Wings. Like a hawk.
My job is to be, number one, a ghost. Number two, my wife would divorce me if I put something like this on.
Yes, it could be classified as stupid. Yes, I understand that. You don't have to disrespect the source material, though. You don't have to do that. Move on. And guess what? They thought Wolverine's costume was stupid. Look at Deadpool and Wolverine. Everyone loved it. I did. The suit looked awesome when they did it. But whatever. I guess it's just me. Okay, enough of me getting pissed off. Let me say why I actually like the show. Except for some pieces of dialogue that just did not make sense, as well as the writing sometimes. Again, I say sometimes. The acting was phenomenal. Every character, even the ones I did not care about, they acted perfectly most of the time. I keep saying that, but you know what I mean though. In particular, Hawkeye and Yelena. We all know how good Florence Pugh is as an actress. We do. But her role as Yelena is just something else. It blows my mind every time. The only good thing that came out of the Black Widow movie was her. I've said this before. The Black Widow movie was not bad. There was a stupid decision there that make everyone not care about the movie because they released it after Black Widow died. So the decision there just did not make sense. But Yelena was great. And I'm not going to talk about the disappointment that was Taskmaster. I'm just not. I hope that character in the MCU is dead and buried. I'm pretty sure they come back in Thunderbolts. I hope they die and get buried because we need the real Taskmaster, please. Please. But I digress. Besides the whole taking down the tracksuit mafia bullshit debacle, whatever, I love Hawkeye and Yelena's character arc where they go through pain and suffering thinking about the loss of Black Widow and they have to get over that. That whole character arc was awesome and acted masterfully. Another thing that I loved seeing was the cameo of the Kingpin. Underrated shows Daredevil and Punisher are great. Highlight being the Kingpin. I was a bit iffy in the beginning about the casting choice, but the dude's awesome. What can I say? All the action scenes were pretty good for the most part. I love all the stuff with the trick arrows that Hawkeye and Kate Bishop were doing. That was phenomenal. One thing I hated about the old Avengers movies was the fact that Hawkeye is a character that has trick arrows, but they never went deeper into that beyond the odd exploding arrow or the grappling hook arrow. Beyond that, no trick arrows at all. Here, they ventured forth and they delivered. Trick arrows are awesome. I will die on this hill. This is great. Now, about the action scenes, again, some of them that were iffy, especially the Kingpin fight. A lot of stuff that did not make sense. Like, I know the Kingpin is really strong. I don't see how he survives pretty much a nuke point blank. And I'm pretty sure we discovered the most useless maneuver in Marvel history. This was even worse than Captain America trying to choke Ultron. I mean that. This was worse. I don't know what was going through her thick skull, but why would that work in any way? I don't know. Anyways, I love the addition of Kingpin because that solidifies the fact that Daredevil and Punisher are canon to the MCU. Yes, I know Matt Murdock made a cameo in Tom Holland's Spider-Man movie. Yeah, I know. But that was a while ago, and that was the only hint of Daredevil and Punisher being a part of the MCU. I think this solidifies it because the Kingpin ties both the Punisher show and the Daredevil show together, and him being a part of the MCU means they're all tied together, which makes me happy. Now, at the end of the show, they pretty much said that the Kingpin is dead. There was a gun pointed to his face. The camera cuts away, and there's a gunshot that you hear. They're trying to make me think that he's dead in a stupid way because we've literally had confirmation of Daredevil Born Again, the continuation of the Daredevil series, and confirmation that the actor that plays the Kingpin is going to be in Daredevil Born Again. So, what? Actually, that might just be me being stupid. This probably came out before they announced Daredevil Born. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being stupid. Anyway, yeah, the show was great. I do recommend you watch it. I like this more than Falcon and the Winter Soldier, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of stuff in this show that I don't care about. They literally could have skipped the whole introducing Kate Bishop thing. Very uninteresting character. They could have just introduced her in a future MCU movie that actually progresses the narrative of the MCU. And then they could have just been like, we have man with bow. Now we have woman with bow. Great. But yeah, that's my issue with the fact that this show does not progress the narrative of the MCU. The fact that, again, it lacks authenticity with the comic books. And the fact that they tried to make me care about so many random characters and they failed. Besides that, the action scenes were great. The acting was masterful most of the time. And a lot of the character arcs were cool. That's all I had to say. Thank you for watching. Go watch the show. It's pretty good. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I stream daily on Twitch. Goodbye.